I'm back as promised with part 3 of my favorite reads of the year, and today is my favorite genre in the world, uplit. This category is so long and has so many books in it that I'm breaking it down into 2 parts. So here's part 1. If you aren't familiar with uplit, it stands for uplifting literature. It features themes of hope, kindness, love, and connection, but it's not all fluffy. Ultimately, it's optimistic and hopeful, but the characters go through very heavy and realistic situations, and there's a lot of found family, a lot of elderly protagonists in many of them, which is my weakness, my sweet spot. But above all, they teach you that love wins. You Are Here by David Nichols is charming and relatable and witty. I laughed out loud, cheered, and cringed in equal measure. And I have to tell you, this one is phenomenal on audio. I do not think I would have loved it half as much if I would have read the paper copy. So I definitely recommend this one on audio. Alison Espak's The Wedding People is probably my favorite book of 2024. If I was forced to pick, it was heartbreaking, uplifting, devastating, and hopeful all at once. So witty and deep and moving, and it surprised the heck out of me. Also, the audio version of this one is also excellent. Claire Pooley is one of my favorite authors. Everything she writes just speaks directly to my soul, and How to Age Disgracefully was no exception. You will fall in love with this quirky and endearing cast of aging characters. I discovered that my dream job might be a social director at a retirement community. It's so good. How to read a book by Monica Wood. Monica Wood is a master. It's stringing words together in the most perfect, luminous way. This book will make you think and cry, and it talks a lot about the nuance of forgiveness, and I don't hear enough about it on this app. The Love Story of Missy Carmichael by Beth Morey warmed my heart, and I still think about it every day. It is a documented fact, a well-documented fact, that if I encounter an uplit novel that has an elderly protagonist and the elderly protagonist's name is in the title, it's going to be a 5-star read. And this book proves that rule true yet again, that each character was flawed and they owned up to being flawed and tried to make themselves better. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful and touching. In Last for Today, we actually have a 3-for-1. All 3 of Ethan Joella's novels were 5-star reads for me this year. I think he is an author that is so underrated. His words are beautiful and empathetic and perceptive, and I feel like a better person every time I read one of his books. You will leave his books feeling hopeful, joyful, encouraged, more compassionate, more empathetic, like you want to be a kinder person. And all 3 of them were 5-star reads for me. Trust me on this. He is incredibly talented. I'll be back soon with part 2.